Generic greetings and welcome to Construction Plus Prison Architect Alpha 30 episode 6, and it really looks like we've actually ran out of water, but that's just because I paused the game after I loaded it. In the previous episode we finished all of these cells off. As you can see, we now have a full complement of cells right in the centre there. Means we can have 48 prisoners in total on this thing. I don't know if our canteen can actually handle that, but I'll soon find out, because I'm going to go to reports and I'm going to go to our prisoners. No, intake. It's always remember, it's changed. Used to be a little button saying on off there, but they've changed that. Intake, and we want to obviously receive some medium sec prisoners. No max sec on this one, which is a bit weird. Don't know why it says 0 available. Anyway, we don't really care about that. I just want to receive, I have 30, I can have 48, so we want to receive 18 prisoners. There we go. That will give me 9 grand off the bat. We'll receive that tomorrow. Fantastic. We don't know what type of prisoners are going to be, whether they're going to be nice prisoners, bad prisoners, or really horrible sort of stabby prisoners, because that's worse than bad. Like, bad is, say, littering. That's quite bad. I don't like littering. Stabbing, that's worse. If you needed for me to point this out. Anyway, we need to get a couple of buildings up and running. This was where we were going to have our sort of solitary area, or rather protective custody. And I was only really going to put that in just so we can get our grant of have 50 prisoners. You can see cell block B, raise your capacity to 50. That's very easy to do. We can get on that. There's several other buildings that we don't really have any purpose for, and there's been several comments saying what we can do with them, but we'll get onto that later on. What I do need to do, however, I really need to think about the workshop, which is going to be up here. So I'll have to have a sort of plan on doing that one. But I need a bit of money, as you can see, only 9 grand. So I'm going to speed up to max speed. I'm going to go down to our materials and then to brick wall. I'm going to clicky, draggy, and then put that brick wall in there. And then these ones here, these are actually going to be the cells that I mentioned, the protective custody cells. Now, they're going to be a little bit oversized. We don't really need them the size they are, but they are going to be that size there, just because, I don't know, it just makes sense to me that we can have it that big. I'll actually put a shower in these ones here, but then I'll only set them as protective custody. Anyway, I'm just going to pause it once more, actually, because I realised I haven't yet got a door on the thing, so I'll put a solitary door on there. Solitary door just in case someone tries to kick the door down. Don't think that'll happen, but we'll see. Anyway, we've got a couple of other grants we could actually do. We need the education reform program, which, as you can see, 15 prisoners need to pass the foundation education course and have 5 pass the general education course. I don't think I've done that, although I might have done that in the longer prison that I did, so maybe we got that done. But either way, the programs are set. I am going to reschedule them all just to make sure they're all in there. It's at night, so we can do that. What time is it? It's actually 1 o'clock, so I'm going to do a full shakedown. It's not something we've actually done yet. We haven't done a shakedown in the prison yet, so we'll go for that. Main problem with this prison at the moment is that I don't have any dogs, so I can't really find any tunnels. Now, with the cell block being in the centre, I can afford to be a little bit lax on this, because if they need to tunnel, realistically, the place they're going to tunnel from, if they're going to tunnel from here, they're still going to have to go down then into this bit here and then straight across to the outside. So it's going to be practically impossible for them to tunnel out. Either way, we're doing a full shakedown here. Obviously, we have all of our punishment and other programs in there. So we're finding some drugs, we're finding some booze, a couple of cigarettes. Nothing major at all so far. It's, there's a hacksaw. That's not good. And that's actually a bit facing game, I think, as well. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, we're finding drugs and booze, needles. We've got hammers. So far, we have 1 unit of needle, 1 unit of medicine, 3 units of booze, 1 unit of cigs, 1 unit of saw, 2 units of cell phone, and 1 hammering device. So it looks like, for the most part then, everything's pretty sedate. There's no real problems there at all. That's pretty good. Right, I just need to actually run our electricity supply down a little bit like that, just because it's not powering them ones up there. We need to extend it just a little bit. But anyway, there we are. That's not too bad. And that whoop means that we have finished all of the cells. So, let's go to objects, and I think we'll go for... I actually fancy a large jail door like that, because that looks interesting. Oh, do we want to do that? No. Go for a jail door like that, right? There we go. This one could be a staff door, because it's only going to be security room. Actually, there's no point in having it a staff door, is there? No, we can have it as a jail door. No, I prefer a staff door. It'll look a bit better. There we go. It doesn't really matter. There is probably a reason to do it as a jail door rather than a cell door. I guess security, there is a reason doing it the other way as well, because if you have a standard door, let me go. Look at all the people in solitary there. I think that's something we actually need to get done before anything else, let's go to solitary here and put some solitary doors in. This is going to cost a lot of money, though. In fact, that's probably going to bankrupt me. Not bankrupt, but getting close to only 1,500 generic units of currency remaining. We're just going to click solitary and drag it down because there might be more people in solitary than there is here. I don't think so, however. Nah, they're all getting taken out. And most of them are suppressed anyway, so there's no real issue there. Right. We have this cell up and running, so we can now put in a couple of other items. So I want to put a toilet, and I also want to put a shower in. So we'll have a toilet, say... Where do you want to put the toilet? Toilet there? No. Because remember, I'm going to have to wall this off. So I think if we have the toilet there, and then the bed there... Okay, I'll do the same on either side. The reason I've rotated the toilet round to the way that is because I'm going to go to our materials tab, brick wall, and then we'll drag a brick wall like that, and then this will be the actual shower. I might even put a television in the back end as well, just because obviously it is a... Put a brick wall in there. There we go. Because it is some sort of... Oh God, look at them all jostling at the door trying to get through. Come on. Come on. Does someone want to let them in? Ah, see, look, because all the prisoners have turned up, the guards are too busy messing around with that one. So I'm just gonna right click and open that manually because it's a little bit easier. Right. Anyone that we know here? Got Aston Wilders, Noah Constriction, McCullochen, I think I said. McCullochen, David Deacon Frost King. And that's Richard Simpson. We've also got some more in there. Anyway, we've now got 28 grand because we've completed this cell block here. Fantastic. One slight problem. I don't actually have the water pipes running up to there, so I might have a problem here. I'm going to run them direct like that. The reason I'm running them direct is because there is a maximum distance that these can be. And if I didn't connect them up like that, it would actually run from there to there to there and then down to there, whereas that it'll run straight up. So hopefully that'll be the right distance away, or at least acceptable distance. Obviously we also need to put in our shower as well, so we'll do that. Connect that up like so. I'm just going to go to rooms and then to shower. I'm going to cancel these bits off here, like that. Actually, before I do anything else, because I've just remembered that I want to go to intake and say none. We don't want to receive any more prisoners now because we're at 48 of 48. We will actually have prisoners leaving at some point as well. There will be a point where prisoners will start to leave because obviously this is a medium security prison with medium security prisoners, and they will eventually leave. Looks like we've got food going here, and... Yeah, it looks like everybody's getting fed. For some reason, they tend to go to one rather than both. They still don't really split up very well, but, you know, it functions. That's fine. Let's just go back to rooms and then to our shower, and we'll designate these bits as shower here. We just need to go to objects, and then I'll obviously put in the shower head, which will go on the bottom there. And then finally, we will put the drains in there, there, there. Actually, we'll put them like that. Okay. We'll put some flooring in at some point as well. Right, so... I just need to go to deployment, and then to, I think, protective custody only, that little bit there. And then finally we'll say, no, we don't need that one. What I do need, actually, I will have a jail door about there, and that splits this section off, and that will help me out for the designation. That's all good. Let me just check the designation. Staff only, that's fine. Oh, that's fine. There, that's good. No access. Yes, we understand that. It's about right. Yep, morgues on that one. Yeah, I think that's about right there. Job done. Right, okay. So, obviously, they are going around, placing all of these things in. We'll speed up to max speed there. Been a couple of comments regarding this area up the top. I mentioned this at the start. This is where we're going to have our workshop, and I said I don't know what I'm going to do with these sides because obviously this is far too big. Someone mentioned that it doesn't really matter because what we can do if we wanted, we can have, this is the standard workshop-y bit, and then we'll have some carpenter's tables over here, and then we can have a power grid down here to power all of that. I actually like that idea. That works for me. The only issue with it is that we don't have any trees, which means the actual woodworker's carpenter's bench means nothing. However, one of the grants, I believe, is carpentry apprenticeship. Oh, that's produced 10 superior beds, so we couldn't produce that. Oh, that's going to be problematic. Let's do a tool cleanup. And that'll be 20 grand when we get it done. Remove the supply of stolen tools and stolen weapons. That could get done at any point throughout this throughout this, throughout the day of the prison, because when people go through metal detectors, it might just kick off and they'll go, oh yeah, there we go, they've been discovered out and such. So anything could happen there. However, I have a feeling I'll be doing another shakedown tonight, but that's not really a problem, is it? I do want to open that jail door, there we go, and get all of that put in there. So that's in surrounded by... Oh, yes, see, because it's not surrounded, we have a problem. So I need you to put a door like that. And that should do it quite nicely. Let's open these up here. What I need to do is go to staff and go to guards and hire 1, 2, 3, 4 more guards, I think. I don't think any more is really necessary. There we are. So, looks like all of the cells are put in, that's fine. This is going to be our shakedown area, or where we actually have a little chat with them. Just going to go to our... deployment tab and go to staff only. We don't want either of them staff only. We do want that protective custody, which it is. That's fine. That's exactly what we needed. Fine, that says no access still, but we will open that up at some point. Right, so we can have 50 prisoners, but only 2 of them in protective custody. If we just go to our intelligence and then to informants, we'll have a quick look. Skilled fighter, quick, volatile, quick. Rough, yeah, fearless, nothing, there's some traits there, but nothing dangerous, no, like, cop killer or snitch or anything like that. I don't even think you can get snitch from day one. I think it has to be, I think it has to happen inside the prison. Today's beverage is, caramel coffee. Caramel? No, caramel coffee, that's the one, caramel coffee. Words. Right. So, what do we need to do? Well, we do need to do this area up the top there. That's our license plates and such. But I also want to get some more metal detectors. But to put the metal detectors in, it's going to cost... how much are metal detectors each? They're $1,000 each, aren't they? I believe... Yep. Hang on. $1,000. So it'll be 2, 4, 6, 8, 16 grand. No, 16, 18 grand to get a full set of metal detectors in where I want them around here. That is not acceptable. That's far too much. So instead, what I'm going to do, I'm going to... oh, good grief, that's seemed to have broken. Apparently, what I'm going to do is have the game crash on me. That's a fun thing. But it did autosave just before, so we're okay. Phew, the thing is, if I cut that well, you wouldn't have even known. But I'm about the openness. Anyway, so let us get on with... Well, yeah, I was talking about this thing here. This is where we've got our... or at least where we want to put our workshop. So let's just designate all that. Or do we want to designate that? Let's just check something. Planning, object. If I have a 3x3 there, that's for our generator, then we could put capacitors down there and then put a wall across there. That should do it quite nicely. Although I could, if I wanted to, have a wall like that and then have the capacitors all the way around that side and around there. I think that's what we'll do instead. In fact, we'll make go a little bit further so it doesn't look really, really stupid. Yeah, something like that. Let's put brick walls in. This is going to be where... And look, it just... Yeah, it's right where the bloody lights are as well over that corner. Fine, whatever. Right, so this is going to be our workshop. So let's designate all of that one. We still haven't got an armory. I should really get that up and running. Actually, I really do want to get up there. I really want to get the kennels up and running. So I might do that. I'll do it now. I'm going to do it now. So, kennel. Let's clicky, draggy. Designate all that as kennel. And then what we'll do, we will have actual dog crates in there. 3 dog crates, and then... I don't know where the entrance is for the dog crate. I can never find out. I don't know. I don't know where the front of this dog crate is. Okay. When in doubt, what you do is you just do that, right? Just put them in the middle like that, and then there's no problem, is there? Right. There's that sorted. Going to materials. I'm going to put a fence in because I think a fence looks okay. There we are. Job done. It needs to be surrounded, but obviously we'll just put a standard jail door there. Might as well put a bit of concrete in as well, and then we'll have a bit of grass going there as well. We should really start putting some grass around the area. It'll be like something like this. I'm just gonna have a quick layer of grass and see what it looks like. It'll be something like that when we're actually done. I'm just gonna do this section, then we get an idea of what it looks like. Okay, there we go. So it is near 1 o'clock, so we're gonna do another shakedown. Obviously, we do have this. tool cleanup to do, which is 20 grand if we remove the supply of stolen tools and weapons, which on a full shakedown we should find no problem at all tonight. The long-term investment is still cracking on there, 16,000. You don't really get anything for a long-term investment. It's like in real life. You can put loads of money away in a nice ISA that's tax-free or whatever, or you can invest it, and inevitably the people that are managing that will be getting all the money and you're getting piss all. Not that I've been in the bank several times this week, but anyway. Right, let us go to... Ooh, can we get another grant? We can get another grant if we do the Education Reform Programme one. However, where are we on this one? Let's have a quick look. Spiritual guidance, we've got 19 in the queue, 6 finished, and 50% have passed there. That's not bad. Workshop safety inductions on there. Carpentry apprenticeship, nobody bothers. Alcoholics group, one person needs to be in the therapy room, so I'll do that. There is no teacher for that one, so I'm going to cancel one of the behavioural therapies and then reschedule all of that. And then we've got alcoholics group therapy in there, because the behavioural therapy and the pharmacological and the alcoholics group therapy is run by the same person, by the psychologist. Looks like we've just got that grant done about removing stolen tools and stuff, so that's fantastic. We can do crackdown on drugs. Yep, there we go. Straight away it got removed. That's fine. We can have prisoner manufacturing facility. Governmental security rating we will go for at some point. I'm going to do manufacturing facility because you do get a 20 grand advancement on that one. We've already got 80 grand, so more than enough to get our workshop up and running. So I might as well just go to utilities here. Power station, put the power station in, and then we'll run the capacitors all around the outside, and that'll be enough to power all of this. And then what I'm going to do is go to dismantle, and then we'll dismantle all of these wires across there, because obviously if we connect them two grids up, there's a massive explosion, which we do not want, obviously. Right, there's that sorted, and then we need to... I think I'll put my metal detectors in. I think it's something I've been wanting to do for quite some time. So I'm just going to go to the electrical cable and actually run the electrical cable right round the outside. Typically where I've put them here is actually in the wrong place, but whatever, we'll run that like that. That's going to be a horrible, horrible mess. It looks like danger level's going up, but that's, you know, par for the course when it comes to doing a full shakedown. As you can see, we've searched 148 places out of 194. So that's okay. We found a lot of things, but nothing really of note. We haven't really seen where they're coming from. I'm guessing most is going to be flung over the wall. Let's have a quick look for our intelligence club. Last 24 days, that's been smuggled in, thrown in. That one's been smuggled in. That one's been thrown in. That one's been brought in. That one's been thrown in. That one's been brought in. That one's been smuggled in. That one's been smuggled in through visitation. And the drill's been thrown in as well. God, imagine if you miss that, if you don't catch a massive, big DeWalt or Black & Decker drill smashing on the ground. Oops. Ah, well. I'm pretty sure it was on the radio this morning as well. It was about... UK prisons and such, about the getting new scanning equipment or something like that, because I think it's in most prisons, people are, in most if not all UK prisons, the prisoners are actually searched manually, and it's a problem when it comes to you know, detecting drugs and stuff like that on them. So they've got apparently some machine that can do it, and it's been used in the US and it works, or something like that. Anyway, I remember hearing something on the news. Right, what I'm doing is just putting some. They don't rotate all the way. Oh, yes, they do. Yeah. I'm just going to put some more library desks in here, because it's about time we got on with it. So I want to split these shelves up. So there's a gap. So you can walk between them. There we go. And we'll put them on both sides. I think that's enough for the library there. Excellent. Right. Should really do the common room a bit more as well. You know what? While I'm on this one, I might as well get all of these done. There we go. Televisions. See, most of this stuff was put in as not an ad hoc solution, but it was just put in very quickly, just to say, well, there you go. You know, it does exist. Might as well put a bit of a bench in here as well. Not that they'll sit in here, you understand. They always, for some reason, go elsewhere. They always go and sit in the canteen. Maybe the benches are warmer there. I don't know. It's heating or something. That's televisions. I didn't mean televisions. I meant phones. Phone booths. There we go. Again, there's loads of phone booths in the canteen anyway, so the canteen seems to be working quite well. That is actually a functional place. I'm also going to put some phone booths in here. There we are. Right. So, looks like that's all done. Another thing that I forgot to mention. What's that saying there? That's saying workshop table and saw, yeah. Someone's mentioned about the the space we've got in the centre here about, but we should put things like phone booths or tables and chairs or something like that. I understand that it is a bit like of a gap here, but it isn't really a good solution, I don't think, to put anything there. I like the openness of it. It just has this, I don't know, it has a nice feel, which is something that I like there. Yeah, so we're going to keep it like that. Right, we've got a kennel up and running, so we're going to go to staff and then to our dog handler. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Might seem a lot, but I am going to go to deployment and then dog patrols. And then can I set a dog patrol? No, I can't. What I'm going to have to do then, this is going to be problematic. I'm going to have to cancel all that. Okay, this is going to be a bit ropey, this one. And then we'll go to guard patrol, and then we'll cancel all of these guards here. I'm going to set up a new weird type of patrol route, which will be that. Okay, there we go. So we're still assigning the same amount of guards to that route. Okay, then we'll go to dog patrols, which will run from this end to the far end, like so. And then we'll assign 1 dog to it. Excellent. Then we're going to assign a dog to the bottom here, which will run up and down to about there, I think. That should do it nicely. Assign a dog there, and then same thing at the other side. And that should catch the majority of prisoners wandering around. Sorted. Okay. Let's just go to our... Are they still putting the power station in? They are still waiting for that door to open because we still haven't got a guard. Oh, there is a guard there. So why is that door not opening? Have I not wired it up? Let's have a quick look here. Connections. No, I haven't got a wire on that one. No, it's definitely connected up. That is definitely connected up, right? Ah, it's because there's no power. That's why. I will have to power this up. Let's run some power cable like that. And then down like that because I have no idea where it goes. And then straight up the center because when we connect things up, we'll need that cable. Right, job done. So, we have 48 prisoners of 50. We need... Oh, there's people doing some visitation as well. Oh, there's some people... Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's visitation tails down the bottom, but there's people coming to visit. We need a couple of extra items in the workshop, i.e. everything. And the yard needs to be sorted out as well. Let's have a quick look around here. That's what it looks like with all of the greenery in it, and I like that. That looks very nice. So let's just go to grass. And we're going to put all of the grass around this prison. I just think it's about time we get a bit of, get some aesthetics to this thing. Can you say that? Get some aesthetics? I'm going to aestheticarize it. That's definitely wrong. Let's put all this in here. A bit of a gap here. We don't really have any purpose for that bit there, apart from it just being a gap. There we go. Like I said in a couple of episodes ago, I want this to look not different from the other prisons because, you know, we've done prisons like this before. It's a fairly standard setup, apart from the bit in the centre, which I can't remember doing in quite a while. But I definitely wanted to not look as just blank like my last prison. The last prison was very dull. I mean, it was intentionally dull, but I just wanted to set it apart from that somewhat. I think that's most of the grass. Obviously, all the paving on the outside is in as well, which is good. And then this should give it a really nice look. Sad we've only got 1 gardener, so he's got a lot to do. It's alright. Give him something to do. Right, okay, so there's all the grass put in. I think I'll leave it there because we are getting on with this one. Next episode, we're going to get the workshop up and running. We've got 48,134 generic units of currency, so that's enough to get all of the workshop done and the yards done as well. And then obviously we'll see how this one goes and see how long we have left before we have to do other things. Anyway, as always, comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. That guy's got some drugs and generic partings.